มีบาทด้วยเหรอ
Okay. The disclosure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st, using the banned weapons, was only the tip of the iceberg, and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife. The disclosure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg, and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife. It's an unusual word for this, but I'll explain it. When people are writing, sometimes they get carried away with their writing, so they use words like to enshrine. But I'll explain it in a minute. But the word is enshrine, like a shrine, like the shrine in the temple. Enshrine. Okay, go ahead.
The disclosure comes as UN enjoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack on August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg, and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife.
Very good. Exactly. The humanitarian strife. You don't have to necessarily say strife, but that's the idea, that there is an end to the word strife. And you just can't say humanitarian strife. No. Strife. That's the key, as in many English words and pronunciation. Finishing the word is the key. To not let it just hang in the air. No, finish it. Finish it completely. Envoys. It's almost like AHNVOYS. Envoys. Yeah, UN envoys struggle, okay, to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Okay, go ahead.
The disaster comes at UN envoy faster to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg, and urged the major powers to take up one look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian
The fighting as well as the humanitarian. You can see the word human right here. Human. Probably talking about people. Or human people anyway. If there are others, I don't know. But the humanitarian. Right. This closure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife. Go ahead.
The discourse comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of resolutions to enshrine the deal under which Syria is banning over its chemical response for destruction.
Right.
Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical response acted on August 21st, using the banner. Response was only the tip of the iceberg, and the major powers to take broader route to tackle the fighting as well as the
humanitarian strife. The attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife.
The disclosure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife.
Right, the humanitarian strife. But this closure comes as UN envoys struggling to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Go ahead.
The discourse comes as UN envoys to agree and the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapon for this discussion when Ban Ki-moon UN chief said the chemical weapon attack of August
21st.
I think the weapon was only the tip of the iceberg.
Bird, good.
And
Bird.
The major power to take up border. Look the tackle. The fighting will at the humanitarian side.
Humanitarian strife. Humanitarian strife. Deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st. 21st. Did you say the 20th? No, I said the 21st. Using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg. Good. Go ahead, sir.
The departure comes at UN envoy the tasker to be on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the views under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapon attack of August 21st using the banned weapon was only the tip of the iceberg, and the major power to attack,
To take
border look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian
humanitarian strife. Humanitarian strife.
The closure come as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution of enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August the 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife.
Right, very good. Urge the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife. The humanitarian strife. Okay.
This quarter comes to US. UN envoys travel to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, United Nations chief, said the chemical weapons take attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strike.
Exactly. Very good thing.
I do the way you did.
Okay, you did it the way I did it. Exactly.
Exactly.
I couldn't have done better. That was absolutely outstanding.
You're the best.
I understand everything you said.
Yeah.
The disclosure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, says the chemical weapons attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg. And he urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife. Okay, go ahead.
This caution comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21 using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife.
Right, very good. The humanitarian strife. Humanitarian strife, very good. Major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife. Go ahead.
The disclosure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution to enshrine the deal under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons for destruction. Ban Ki-moon, UN chief, said the chemical weapons attack of August 21st using the banned weapons was only the tip of the iceberg and urged the major powers to take a broader look to tackle the fighting as well as the humanitarian strife.
The humanitarian strife, very good. The disclosure comes as UN envoys struggle to agree on the wording of a resolution, fighting over the wording of how to make a statement under which Syria is handing over its chemical weapons to be destroyed, for destruction. So what happens? Ban Ki-moon. He's from South Korea. But he is also the head of the United Nations. He's the UN chief. And he said, the UN chief said, that the attack of August 21st, the chemical weapons attack on the town of Ghouta, a suburb of Damascus, in which approximately 1,500 people were killed, that attack using the weapons that are banned by the United Nations, the chemical weapons. Banned.
Banned.
Forbidden. Cannot be used. Cannot even be stored or held. Banned. Totally banned. Out. Was only the tip of the iceberg. What does that mean? The tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg. Well, exactly. The tip is the top. Top of the tip. The tip of the top. The top of the tip. But it has a broader meaning than just the tip.